the last one we did, one of like the best shows we ever played. I mean, we had the entire front of the audience on stage with us. It's cool to be part of something that seems to have a lot of thought behind it and a lot of considerations, and it's always special.
Hey guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Rock Sound. Outbreak Festival is back once again and expanding further into London. Massive, massive show at Victoria Park this August. We've been chatting to loads of the artists on the lineup, including Deafheaven. I'm delighted to say that George is on the line right now. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Lovely to see you. Before we get into what you've been up to, let's talk a bit about this festival then, shall we? So, bit of a history with yourselves and Outbreak. Obviously, not going to be your first time there. You played it in Manchester and stuff before. What is it about Outbreak that you think feels so kind of special? Because it really has made its mark the last few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has. And it's great to be asked to play the London version of it. We've had a really great experience in Manchester. I think that Outbreak is one of the few festivals that really understands its audience and how to set up an event for its audience. So, the stages are set up in a certain way that kind of help for, I guess, sort of like safe stage diving, and I thought like the vendor choices are great, and I thought that the lineups are really well curated, and I don't know, it's cool to be to be part of something that seems to have a lot of thought behind it and a lot of considerations, and it's always special.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those lineups are always so, so well put together, but I'm sure the London one's catching a lot of people's eyes at the minute. Obviously, Deftones at the top of that bill, which is crazy, and then AFI in there, who absolutely love loads of amazing bands. I'm sure some friends of yours on there as well. Yeah, anyone particularly catching your eye? I mean, Deftones have kind of inspired every band under the sun these days, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, playing with Deftones is always really incredible. AFI will be great as well. I mean, they're from our sort of neighboring area. We grew up, listening to them. Interpol as well. We're doing shows over in Europe with Show Me the Body, so it's great to have them on that also. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's pretty insane lineup. Yeah, and I think it's cool that they've been able to get these larger artists while kind of seemingly maintaining, their vision and aesthetic and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, I fully agree, man. Yeah, yeah, the vision is very much there. And speaking of which, it's nice to see you guys obviously over in the UK again. Obviously, we're on here on tour last year. Great lineup on that tour, by the way. I mean, Harm's Way and I Promise the World are such an exciting band as well. So great to see that kind of lineup coming together for you guys. But just, I'd love to hear a bit about your experience playing shows in the UK in general, because we go hard for our heavy music over here, as you know. Do you have any memories, particularly of your first time over here in the UK and playing those gigs for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, God, the UK has always treated us very kindly, and we are certainly indebted to the to all the people there. First times, yeah, it would have to be. I mean, the first time we went over there would have to have been with Hierophant, this band from Italy, and then soon after we went back over with Russian Circles from Chicago. But both were great. Yeah, the thing that I really I wish I could even remember the name of the venue because it doesn't exist anymore, which is a shame. But one of the most memorable first times of being there was playing with consumer electronics at this really kind of intimate club that was a lot of fun. And we've been able to have a lot of friendships there since. And it's like I said earlier, it's just kind of nice to be invited back to be part of
Yeah,
these things.
absolutely, man. Nice to have you guys back over here in August. Now we're looking forward to it. And of course, the album last year, congrats on that again. You're at this lovely stage now, I guess, where because you've been touring for a little minute, you're getting to finally see those reactions of the newer songs in front of your fans, seeing which moments are particularly grabbing them. I always love asking artists about this because it does change your perception of a record, right? When you finally get to play it in front of the people. So, what's that been like, and what have been the moments that have particularly grabbed your audience from this one?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like you said, it is awesome, and it totally dictates how the live show goes, and you are sometimes surprised by what people catch on to. For this record, I mean, it's been a lot of responses for the singles, obviously. I think Magnolia is kind of quickly a crowd favorite. Doberman, Revelator. I think that sort of the more high intensity songs tend to go over well. I think that this record was written in part to play live and with a live show in mind, and we're just thankful that it translated. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the short film as well, I wanted to mention as well. That was Winona, right? When that came all together.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that, yeah.
Yeah, tell me a bit about that because it's always nice when you see artists really kind of stretch themselves a little bit more in terms of what they want to do visually and that kind of short film effect. I feel like a lot of heavier bands are really kind of experimenting with how we can go beyond just the kind of traditional video. So how did that idea come together and how did it develop for you?
Yeah, we're always trying to do more with video and to expand. I think a lot of it is just dictated by opportunity and frankly finance. But this was very cool. We had a lot of people that were excited from the very beginning. The director Nico and I uh, had a lot of long conversations about what we thought it should look like, how it should go, the meaning behind it, that kind of thing. Um, and so the process was quite natural. And again, I think that when you're working with people who are of the same mind and who care about a project as much as you do, things to tend to go well. And I felt very positive about that video and the experience of making it.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of what might come next, I mean, are you one of these bands where you're constantly working on new music, or are you happy to kind of live in this era for a minute, focus on the shows? Like, are you thinking about what might come next for the band?
It comes and goes, you know. I think we kind of work in phases. It does so happen that we're in a pretty productive phase right now. I think that the last record has ignited a kind of a creative streak. So we have worked on new music. We are releasing new music. When it will be released is still hard to say, but yeah, I feel strong about things that we're writing and kind of our place as a band right now.
Yeah, that's really exciting to hear, man. That's really exciting. Do you think is it kind of a natural progression from the last record? Are you trying out some kind of news? I know you won't want to give too much away, and I'm sure it's early
No,
days,
no,
but it's
I
interesting.
mean, yeah, it's not it's not that many, it's not a ton of material, but it does feel like an addendum to Lonely People. It's definitely furthering ourselves into the aggressive side. So these songs are heavy and fast, and you know they maintain the kind of melodic element. But yeah, I think we're pushing into the extreme more, which has been really gratifying.
Nice, nice. Well, before I kind of let you go, we've got to mention again, obviously, we're talking ahead of Outbreak here, which everyone's very excited for in August. When you're putting together a set for something like Outbreak specifically, does that change where your mentality's at? Obviously, a festival's a festival, it's going to be a little bit of different vibe, but obviously Outbreak is such a key audience and really kind of familiar with you guys and the kind of music you guys make. So I don't know, going into an event like that, do you think kind of differently about the set list or how things are going to work at all?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think that there's one thing to have a headlining set where you are building a sequence of sort of an ebb and flow. You're kind of letting people relax at certain times and building them back up at others. With a festival, especially for a support slot like this, you know, we're typically looking at like around 40, 45 minutes because our songs are on the longer end. We're just going high energy, you know, and I think that for something like Outbreak, that really pays off. I think, you know, giving people um, little time to recover and full bludgeoning is the aim. And I think you know, kind of an experience in itself. I want the whole thing to feel this like this kind of intense blur almost. Yeah, yeah, that's sort of the greater idea, I guess.
Hey, that works for me. Have you got any particular memories of Outbreak we should ask as well? Like, I mean, like we said earlier, such a special festival, but is there anything from those shows that particularly grabbed you or that first time you guys got to play it?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, one of the it's one the last one we did, one of like the best shows we ever played. I mean, we had the entire front of the audience on stage with us for Dreamhouse, which was phenomenal. And I've watched video of it, you know, tens and tens of times. Yeah, yeah, I think that was really special, and it was also we have a lot of friends at the festival, and so like bands like Knock Loose play, and I'll get to do stuff with them, and I think that's another thing that's really cool about Outbreak is it allows Deaf Heaven, which sort of exists in its own scene or its own corner, to kind of expand to these other audiences that don't normally get a lot of exposure to us. It's great.
Yeah, really exciting, man. Well, long may that continue. We look forward to seeing you back on these shores in August time. Look forward to hearing the new music whenever that should arrive, and just take care of yourself till then, all right?
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the time and looking forward to the show.
Good to see you. All right, George, everybody.